Going on to you Pisces out there. Hope y'all are having a great day. Look, smash the like button. All right. That way you can help out the channel, but you also make it so that you're more connected to the energy of the reading. Also, I want to go ahead and say thank you to all the Pisces that reach out, like the videos, come through for a reading. Speaking of readings, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. All right, it will redirect you to a website which has all the ways to be able to financially support the channel, so I can most definitely keep the show going. I just want to say thank you again. So for you Pisces, you have the World, the King of Cups, and then you have the Five of Swords here. So all right, so for you Pisces, right, the World and the King of Cups and the Five of Swords represents how you Pisces are you have someone that is interested in you. If not interested, then this is how it is that you're looking at dating. A lot of you Pisces may have the perception that there is no point in continuing to date because everybody's just going to come into your life and look to try to figure out a way to dismantle you. Even if it's not necessarily every single last person, of course not. You're thinking about it from a general perspective that normally they will. And for you Pisces, you have to understand that your precaution definitely does has merit. It does have a base in reality, because a lot of times people be out here playing games, especially when they shouldn't be. So the King of Cups now and the Five of Swords is about how you just want to make sure that if you get into it with somebody where you actually get a chance to hang out with them, they're not just going to be over here wasting your time. For some of you, you do have people in your life that have come to you from the perspective of them being interested in you. And for you Pisces, a lot of you may be looking at it like if they don't knock it off. And the reason why you Pisces have that particular situation in the first place is because, you know, for you, a lot of you may start to understand that, you know, like I said before, a lot of people are not really built to actually be with y'all Pisces in the first place. You know, Pisces, y'all are a zodiac sign that, real talk, y'all are a zodiac sign that can be quite troublesome. And I know this because, not, you know, you have people that come on and they think that I'm, you know, not even realizing that I have a Pisces ascendant myself. You know, so I'm talking about myself as well when I'm saying, but Pisces y'all have a troubled side where, you know, a person who's going to be with y'all, like it is I said before, you know, especially when you Pisces are fussy, y'all can get on people's nerves, especially when y'all are fussy, like the fish flapping around. So a lot of you may be looking at it from a perspective of, why would anybody want to be with you? Because you irritate people. And what I'm trying to tell you Pisces is that, I mean, to a certain extent, you know, but this is what it is that I mean when I say that, you know, you gotta, ultimately, it really just depends on the person's temperament. What I'm trying to say is that you Pisces are definitely being too hard on yourselves, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, right? Now, you know, you still gonna have some people that's gonna go here, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, because it wasn't convenient. Like it is, as I said before, not realizing that I'm also talking about myself, considering the fact that I have a Pisces ascendant. So, which means me included too. But anyway, the Nine of Pentacles now is about how, because you have a lot to offer, okay? The Nine of Pentacles is about you being a zodiac sign that has a whole life to live, and you have a lot to offer. What I mean by that is, y'all are not a group of people that dives into the shortcomings and the rejections of the time that you actually would approach other people and they reject you. Some of you do, obviously, right? If we're talking about a game of averages. But the scenario with that is, y'all have a lot to offer, okay? You Pisces have a lot to offer. You know, a lot of you will do things that a lot of other zodiac signs won't do. And you'll do it with the person that you're with. You'll do it with, you know, your loved one romantically. You'll do it with them. You'll do it for your family that you are genetically related to. You'll do it for your friends. You know, the people that you cherish, you'll do it for them. So the Four of Pentacles now is about how you Pisces just have to continue to be how you are, you know? I mean, because every zodiac sign has their drawback. You know what I mean? Like, so many people talk, so many people will talk about how bad Geminis are and stuff like this. And I'm like, well, to be honest with you, every single zodiac sign has, their faults, With Pisces, can y'all be worrisome? Can y'all get on people's nerves? Yeah. But that's every zodiac sign. But that's from their own particular way. A Libra can get on people's nerves by talking too much. And not only talking, but a lot of Libras can act like they know what they're talking about when they don't. Virgos, me being a Virgo sun, Virgos can steal. You know what I'm saying? Virgos could be petty thieves. Virgos can be major thieves. You know what I mean? We could be quite cutthroat, because we could be survivalists. We're thinking about surviving the situation and stuff like this. So that can get on people's nerves too. You think I'm not aware that as a Virgo, you know what I mean, that I can get on people's nerves, or I have the capacity to have people that I'm dating be in love with me and me break their heart? But am I actively trying to do that? No. And that's the same situation. The Four of Pentacles is about, you Pisces understand that you have value. And then not only that too, but the Four of Pentacles represents, if somebody is coming to you right now with this nonsense, trying to make it seem like they're interested and they're not interested, this is why it is that you Pisces should date them and take your time and actually get to know them, okay? To find out if you and this person are even compatible, because there's some doubts that you Pisces are having on whether or not you should even take someone up on their offer to even get to know you. And the Four of Pentacles represents, ultimately, if it doesn't work out, at least you found out that it doesn't work out within the first couple of dates, And then you have the Seven of Wands, and then you have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords ultimately is about how, the Seven of Wands is ultimately about how, you shouldn't have to work hard too. You shouldn't have to work too hard. That's my dog over there. Got it back from the vet. But you shouldn't have to work too hard, to have someone like you. Because at the end of the day, and this is what I mean when I say that, what is attraction? Because when you really start to begin to understand what attraction is, you'll realize that a lot of people who say that they're not attracted to somebody usually never even gave that person a chance whatsoever to begin with in the first place. So they're talking about they're not attracted to someone without even actually giving them a chance. So it's like the question comes into play. Well, who exactly are they actually attracted to? Because they so caught up with needing to have a type. They're not even worrying about if they're really interested in this thing to actually get to know somebody for real. You know what I mean? Like they're just interested in, does the person have the right fit? This is why it's shallow. This is the reason why it's shallow, because And I'll even give you Pisces a little bit. I'll even give you Pisces some game, right? Because you can't find out about how a person is like that just from the things that they wear. That's why it is that you have to go in a little bit more as far as getting to know them and asking them what? Questions. For instance, right? Because this is the thing that a lot of you Pisces are missing. So I just want to give y'all a real world example, right? You'll be in a situation where you'll talk to somebody, or you may be walking around or doing your thing, going where you're going. And the person may look at you and they may judge you harshly for the kind of sneakers you got on, right? If they don't get the chance to actually get a chance to know you, because you'll go up to them and talk to them, you'll say, what's up? And they really judging you that hard off of the sneakers that you're wearing, those people are not really looking for a relationship. That's one of the ways on how you can tell. Speed that curve up. Speed up that process. Because if a person is going to judge you that hard, that harsh, that hard, based upon sneakers, the kind of brand sneakers you got on, that's not, them things, them sneakers can change. That's not a real clue that points to a person's value like that. Is it nice? Sure. But this is why it is that if you are unclear about a particular situation, a person has to actually take the time to get to know you, and you take the time to get to know them. Because you're not going to know until you actually really get a chance to get to know them. This is why it is that a lot of times we want to be over here asking questions. This, again, all this does is lets me know that a lot of people, especially dating, because I don't date in the United States. I'm serious. I don't date. I'm currently looking to actually travel to places like some of my countries that I like are Brazil, the Philippines, Cambodia, Indonesia, Thailand, Colombia, and Holland. You know what I mean? But those 7 countries. But yeah, so the situation with that is, the situation with that is that I don't date, in the United States as far as that, because I personally. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, you can't just go ahead and judge a book by its cover so harshly. You got to really get to know the person first. Because all of this hypergamy talk makes absolutely no sense. All these people talking about hypergamy when you got bums who are couples laying next to each other in front of the subway station in New York City, up on 42nd Street, which is one of the richest areas in New York City. It's like, are we kidding me? Talking about hypergamy. Are we kidding me? What part of hypergamy is that if the person got you sleeping in garbage? So the 7 of Swords and the 10 of Swords represents, just understand what it is that you Pisces are getting by asking questions. Other than that, y'all are doing really amazing. Y'all are peaceful. Y'all are handling your business. Y'all getting to money. You're taking care of yourselves. Then you have the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, addition by subtraction. A lot of you Pisces are doing well anyway. So what I'm trying to say is that, let's just say, because what the cards are saying is, let's just say that things don't work out. You're still doing well anyway. 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Addition by subtraction. Really get it through your head that if a person isn't going to really be able to do right by you, they're not Mr. or Mrs. Right. They're not. This is how you get off of the being offended. Because a lot of times people will end up being offended that them and a potential loved one is, y'all are incompatible. The best way to not get offended is to just understand it's addition by subtraction. They're not built for you. You know, there's plenty of people that literally turned me down that I said, okay, turn around, walked off with, and I talked about this. There's plenty of people that I walked up to with my dog and everything, or just by myself, and I said, hey, what's going on? Talk to them. They said no. Or they tried to clown me. I said, okay, whatever it is, what it is. Went ahead, walked off, lived my life, did my own thing, do what it is that I got to do. And, you know, sometimes I had to turn back because my dog over here wanted to turn around and go sniff a tree or something like this to mark her territory. Right? And I caught them staring at me. So which way, this is the hypocrisy. Which way does it go? Told me on one hand you're not interested, but then at the same time you're staring like you are. Right? So you can't get offended by this. You know, you Pisces can't be offended at the goofiness. Yeah, it's time to replace these cards. But you can't, because one card literally fell apart. But you can't get offended over the, I'll go ahead and throw this out. It is what it is at this point. Bust out a brand new pack. Let's clarify the Four of Wands. But you can't get offended at that stuff. Clarify the Four of Wands. You have the Seven of Wands. I know it's a little bit blurry. The Star card. Five of Pentacles. You have the Empress. And then you have the Page of Wands. So these 5 cards right here to clarify it for you, Pisces, right? To clarify the Four of Wands. This is about how the Seven of Wands and the Star card really is about how you're in a very good spot in life. A lot of you Pisces have peace. Don't let anybody else infiltrate that peace with kind words for the time being and convince you to do anything that you don't want to do. If they act like they're cool at first and they start talking crazy, or if you have people who are naysayers, that's another thing too. You have people who are naysayers, tell them to F off. The Five of Pentacles and the Empress is about how, so that's another thing too. Anyone that you turn down at this current point in time, Pisces, they're going to be feeling it later because they know that they've missed out on a good catch. They know that. And the thing is that the Empress and the Page of Wands is about how it is that, you know, and that's another thing too. That's one thing that I'm picking up too with this, right? That just kind of hit me as I'm looking at it. You'll have secret admirers as well. And what I mean by that is people that will tell you that they're not even interested, right? Or you know, people who will reject you and be hard on you as you're getting to know them. To them, they're playing, look at the chessboard. To them, they're playing chess by trying to play hard to get. But they're being secret admirers. You know how people tell you that they have somebody and then they really don't? Lie to raise their value to get somebody to chase up on after them, even though that doesn't work. But that's what it is that they're doing. Other than that, you Pisces are in a very great spot. You know, there's not a whole lot happening, which is great. You just have a couple of people that are interested. Play your cards right. And if they're not interested in you, if they're not willing to actually get to know you for real, and understand what kind of value you're bringing to the table, a lot of it is loyalty, leave them alone.